Hi, I'm Madame Pamita, and welcome to Madame Pamita's Parlor of Wonders. You can find me online at parlorofwonders.com. I'm going to be showing you right now what we call a 7-day candle spell. This is done with a 7-knob candle. I have 7-knob candles available in my store in several colors: white, red, black, and green. Different colors are used for different purposes. Green is used for prosperity and money work. Black can be used for protection or clearing out some energy. Red one used for love and passion. And white one is sort of general all-purpose. You can use white for whatever it is that you want. The purpose of a 7-day candle spell is to bring in what it is that you want as you work over time, and to do it in a way that you're activating 7 different things that you want. I'm going to be showing you a 7-day candle spell for prosperity. So what you want to start with is a 7-day knob candle. These ones are made for me and they're available in my shop and online. They're made from 100% beeswax and are beautifully and artisanally made. What I'm going to need is this candle. You're going to need something to write or scratch into that candle. You're going to need some oil for dressing the candle, and a snuffer or something to snuff out the candle in between each day. So starting with this 7-day candle, the way you want to begin is by thinking of 7 wishes, 7 things that you want related to your spell. So for example, I'm working with a prosperity spell. You might put down 7 things that you're wanting to buy with the money that you're hoping to gain through your prosperity. So in this case, I will take my pencil. I like to use a pencil to scratch into my candles because it's easy to hold. Other people might want to use knives or ritual instruments or nails. There's all sorts of methods of doing that, but I like to use a pencil. And I'm going to write what it is that I want. As I write it, I'm going to write one thing on each of these knobs. And I'm going to write them in an upward motion because I want them to come to me. So I'm going to write them as if they are going up the candle, right? So I'm going to start at that bottom one and I'm going to write new car. And on the next one, I'll write new home. Next one, I'm going to write vacation. You could even be specific if you know where you want to take your vacation. You could be that specific about it if you like. And the next one, I'm going to write new computer. Another thing that I'd like to do with the prosperity that comes to me. On the 5th one, I'm going to write private school for my children. And after they go to private school, I'm going to need money to send them to college, so I might as well write that now and start that process. And lastly, I'm going to write money for charity so that I have money to give away to the places and causes that I believe in. So there, I've written my 7 wishes for my prosperity and what it is that I'd like to activate. The next step is to dress the candle, and that means to apply a spiritual oil to the candle. These oils are for bringing in what it is that you want, or in some cases clearing out what it is that you want to clear out. But in this case, I'm bringing in something. I'm wanting to bring in personal prosperity, and so I'm using Wealthy Way oil. Wealthy Way oil is made by Lucky Mojo and is available in my shop and online through my store. Wealthy Way oil, as all the oils, all the spiritual oils that I carry do, has real essential oils and real herbs to support the work that we are doing. So the way to address the candle is to put the spiritual oil, a few drops on your hands, and then apply it to that candle in an upward motion, because we want to bring something in. Bringing something in is always working in an upward motion. By the way, if you're doing prosperity work, a good way to work with that is to do your work, start your work on a Thursday or a Friday, or start your work when the moon is waxing. Of course, if you need money right away, you don't need to wait. Just start right away. I want to get a holder for my candle so that I can contain the wax in some way and burn it as completely as possible. With a tall, skinny candle like this one, you might want to melt the bottom a little bit to drip some wax so that it stands completely. So we can do that very easily by melting the wax on the bottom and then holding that candle down so that it hardens and then now is going to be stable in there. All right, so before you light your candle, you want to speak your intention, either saying a prayer or saying some words that are about what it is that you're trying to bring in. In this case, I'm wanting to bring in prosperity, so I'd speak some words such as, may prosperity flow to me effortlessly. May I have all that I need. May all my material needs be taken care of. And then lighting that candle. Now, with a 7-day candle, you're going to be doing the spell on 7 consecutive days. The first day, the beautiful thing about a 7-day knob candle, a 7-knob candle, is that it tells you exactly when you're supposed to start and stop that candle. Each of these knobs represents 1 day. So the first day, you're going to let it burn down till the knob is completely burned. And then the second day, you let the second knob burn, and so on. So as it burns down to the bottom of the knob, you're going to then want to snuff the candle out. You don't want to blow the candle out because blowing ends the work. You're going to snuff it to put it on pause. And so how you do that is take a snuffer, or you can take a shot glass, a teacup, something that will cut off the oxygen, and snuff that candle out as it gets to the bottom of the knob. The next day, you're going to light that candle again at the second knob, speaking your intention of what it is that you want, letting it burn 1 step lower. Each day you're going to burn 1 knob, and then finally on the 7th day, that last knob at the base is what's going to be burning. So as you've done that work, you'll set that intention out. You want to wait 3 days to see some sort of sign, 3 weeks to see some movement in your prosperity, and you should have your full prosperity by the end of 3 months. So this is Madame Pamita with my little smoky candle here, wishing you all good things. You can find me online at parlorofwonders.com, and I thank you for joining me today.